Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your May 2014 Taroscope and Mini Astrology reading. Okay, oh heck, oh wow, that flew right out. Tower. Okay, we need some more cards for sure. Alright, let's see here. Well, it's not looking too bad. Okay. Alright, well, Tower flew right out. So, Tower is a card of big change. But, when Tower is destruction, and it's viewed as a very negative card a lot of times. And it can be painful to go through. But Tower is destruction of the old way. It is letting go of the past. It is something that's gone as far as it can go. And the other card that's here is Death in Reverse. And it's not uncommon for these cards to come up together. Death is, and it's not about anybody dying, okay? But death is a card of letting something, there's changes in our lives all the time. Things die and there's new birth all the time. Death in reverse is something that that should have been let go of, but you've held on to. And it's been difficult for you to let it go. And it's been difficult for you to, you're fighting, even though it should be dying, there's part of it's being hanging on to. And that's how that's what happens. Then you get to the Tower. Because if you don't let it go, then the Tower comes along, and it's almost like, what's that saying about how first the universe throws little pebbles at your head, and then if you don't listen, it starts dropping bricks. Well, we're getting into the brick phase. I actually feel like you have a little bit more time, because we've got all this water energy showing up here. So I would say that you have at least till the 14th of the full moon in Scorpio, but you may even have until Cancer time of late June. But knowing this, why stay here? Why keep on this path? Why keep doing this? I do feel like many of you, it is tied into finances. There is some financial elements involved because we have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a poverty mentality card. And it feels like this person is inflicting this energy toward you. So it's showing as Knight of Cups. Actually, we've got Knight and King of Cups. So when you get Knight and King in the same spread, it usually is the same person. And again, on these general readings, I won't swear that it's a male, although it represents as a male in the cards. It could be a female. But it says when they are in reverse in the younger version, and then the upright in the older version, it usually means that they've gone through some changes. And that they're kind of better off now, they're better for you anyway. They're better they're having a positive. They've had a negative impact on your life in the reverse position, and in the upright position, they're having a more positive impact. And I almost want to say this person could be your saving grace. I don't almost want to say. I do want to say that. So there's some reason that you have doubts about this person. Either if this is the exact same person and they've kind of messed you up in the past with money. And it's like, well, I'm never going to trust them again. Or was it, or I asked them to borrow money and they flat out turned me down. Well, maybe they won't this time. Or I asked them if I could get some part-time work from them and they said no. Well, maybe they won't this time. Or maybe it's not the same person, but it's a similar situation. Oh, well, I tried going down that path before and it was terrible for me. And then this time it may not be. Now that I'm looking at this card, I think Tower, you're probably already aware of what Tower is here. You see Tower coming down the road, or it could have even already happened. But here's the thing, afterwards, look at how a lot of these cards are very bright. That's why I like the King of Cups is very bright. And Four of Rods is very bright, too. But let's get back to this money thing before we move down here. So Five of Pentacles is this poverty card. Like, I'm lacking, I don't have enough, I'm not worthy. In reverse says you're getting over that. And maybe this person made you feel that way, or maybe this person actually did cause you some financial problems. This could have been somebody who actually caused you financial problems. But by the same token, what was taken away will be given back, either through the same person or through another person. But there's going to be some kind of connection or similarity here. I do feel like you need to make a change here, though. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is talking about having to work at a job that you hate. Or maybe it could even be you perceived hatred of it. Maybe you worked in that field before and you hated it, and he's offering you a chance to make some extra money. Oh God, do I have to go back and do that job again? Oh no, I hated doing that job. But maybe this time you won't hate it. I very much feel like you're looking at it, whatever the opposite of rose-colored glasses are. You know, you're kind of looking at it as a glass half empty kind of a thing. You're looking at it through a negativity that isn't really there, or doesn't really have to be there. This is going to be a new situation. So maybe the old situation ended very badly, or maybe you let it go. You know, with this death in reverse, maybe you let it go too long in the past, and this time you don't have to. You could end it faster, or make the change faster. 4 rods is down here. So that's always about your living environment. This is always changes in your living environment or your daily routine. If it is tied to work, you may be going to a different office every day or a different location. You may be moving. Sometimes with 4 rods, I don't always have, I like to have a journey card there too, one of the journey cards to tell me that it's an actual physical move. But the point is, with the 4 rods, it's always a change for the better. It's always your daily routine has much more peace and harmony and happiness. You're not here. You're in a very different place, a place of much peace and happiness. It is also, even though it's a rod, it's very much a love card. And it can also say about living together. I use this card if surrounded with a lot of cups, and we don't have a lot of cups per se, but we do have the court card cups here. It can be, we're living together. We're going to live together. So maybe I lived with somebody in the past and it was a huge disaster and they left me holding the bag of all these bills I owed or something, you know, and I'll never do that again. And that could even be it. You know, and then maybe this time it's going to be better. It's going to be different. It is going to be better. It is going to be different. That's the point I want to drive home with you. And it is about either a new environment. It could be fixing up or remodeling your current living situation. It can be another office. Again, it's home though. So if it is another office, if that's the thing, you may get a job closer to your home. Or you may start working from home. That's another option. Okay, so Tower was a little distressful, that came out, but we need Tower to make change and death to get to these happy times. And it does seem like there is some happy times coming for you this month, Cancer. All right, let's go ahead and look at this astrology and see what we can find out more here. So I'm going to put your sign on the ascendant, the rising sign, and the full moon is going to be first on May 14th, excuse me, and it is in your 5th house of love and romance. So 5th house is, and full moons are culmination. You know, this could be, you know, I've had enough. I'm not taking it anymore. Maybe some of you are breaking up, and somebody else comes in right away. Or maybe there was an office romance even with the 5th house tied in, because there's money tied in. Full moon is also just having a realization. Maybe this is a long time ago. You know, maybe this isn't happening already. Maybe this did happen a while ago, but you're still holding on to the fear about it, or the fear that it would happen again. And the full moon may just be like, wow, you know, illumination, like, wow, it doesn't have to be like that. I can do a different thing. I can go a different way. So I feel like you're going a different way. It's long overdue, and it's positive. Okay, then there's going to be a new moon on the 28th of May in your 12th house. Okay, so new moons are new beginnings. 12th house is always old stuff, though, from the past. So, I mean, this could even be the same person. You know, maybe they were a jerk before, but now they're turning around and being good. Or they're saying, you know I left you in the lurch and I owed you a lot of money. Let me make it up to you now. And maybe you're like, whoa, I'm never going to trust them again. But maybe you could trust them again. You know, that's a distinct possibility. Because cups, besides being water signs, definitely have to do with love and relationship, emotions. You know, they have to do with your emotional state. So it's emotional state, but there's also financial and money tied in, too. So it's somehow a lover, a partner, and there was money involved, or maybe it's something happened at work, but you have an emotional connection to it. You know, so there's a lot of ways we could tie this together. But the big message is let the past go on, trust in the future, because there is beautiful, wonderful things that are coming your way in the future.